So I went to Conestoga College, the Dune campus in Kitchener. Well, I chose that college because they had the television independent production program there, and I really wanted to do something in that kind of industry, in the video television industry. And I was looking at different colleges, like going away to like music production, because I also really like music production and all that. But I thought, it was right during COVID that I was graduating Blueville, and I was like, I don't really want to go away, live in Toronto right now at this point. So I was like, this is a cool program. It looks interesting, and it's local here in town. So that's why I chose that one. Well, I'm more of like a hands-on kind of learner, so I knew that college was best for me. See, I don't like just listening to someone like just giving a lecture and all that and all the textbook work. That's not really my cup of tea, and I feel like I would learn better in a hands-on scenario. And also with the stuff I'm interested in, like music and film production, all of that tends to be more hands-on and less book work. It was weird for me because I went to college right through like the thick of COVID. So a lot of the classes were online. We only had like one on-campus lesson per week. But what I really liked about college is that like all your classes were like exactly what you wanted to do. Like, and I know in high school you're kind of forced to take so many of this, so many of that. But college, like all the classes really interested me, and everything was right in my interest level, and I really enjoyed it. You meet a lot of really cool people that all have the same interests as I do, and it was just great meeting so many like-minded people. I was at Conestoga. Let's see, the official name of it is, I guess, Broadcast TV and Independent Production. You learned like a huge variety of skills. It wasn't just focused on one individual thing. So, like, the main specialty of that program was like TV broadcast and film. So basically, what that all included was like we do like the in-studio shows. So like stuff like you'd see on the news, like the person in front of the weather desk or whatever, all that kind of stuff, all the broadcast stuff. I did a co-op at Rogers TV, so that was really cool because you got like actual like hands-on experience in the actual field. Like I was like doing audio and doing like video for live hockey games in Guelph that was actually like being broadcasted live on TV. So that was cool. But aside from like the live TV aspects, there's also like the whole film aspects as well. So I learned about like different editing skills, like color grading, some visual effects, some audio. And so it really kind of prepared you for going forward after this program in video broadcast, whatever you want to do. Like we did some journalism stuff as well. Like we went around and like interviewed different people and like had to write all these like interview things and all that. So that's the really cool thing about the program. It had a huge variety. It wasn't just one thing it would focus on. So it was all video and like live TV kind of stuff. In high school, I always had an interest in video production, audio production, all of that. And the one program that I really liked in high school that I probably got the most out of was actually Comtech. And I mean, I knew from an early age, even before I went to high school, that I loved making videos and all that. Like I would love just making like short little films with my family and stuff around the house, just little stuff like that. And I thought it would be so cool to kind of further my development and further my education in film production. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the program. I think the cool thing, like I said earlier, like when I feel like in grade 12 or grade 13, if you take another year, it's really hard to know at that young age exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life, right? I remember I was kind of stressed at the end of high school, being like, okay, like I'm almost done and I'm going off to college. Like, what do I want to do with my whole life? Like, I have to decide right now. But the truth is, I mean, you don't have to decide. Um, right away. Like it's good to have like, obviously an idea of what you want to do. So like I knew that I knew that I loved entertainment, and I knew that I loved like the whole technical side of entertainment. So but yeah, I definitely recommend the program because someone like me who wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do, like after high school as like a actual career, that program was great because it exposed me to so many different jobs and opportunities in that field. It showed me that there was a whole side of like all this TV broadcast stuff that I didn't really know about. Like I didn't know that, oh yeah, I could be like a camera operator for a hockey game. Like that's cool. Or, like I could be like an editor doing this. So it really opened my eyes to all the different, well, possible jobs in this industry. And then from that, I was able to focus and realize that, hey, I think I really like the live aspect of that. And from that program, I went to join the theater, which is completely different. But that program taught me that I wanted to do something in the live profession instead of just like editing something in an office. The other thing I really liked about it is they actually gave you like your own set of like all this equipment to use. Like they give you a really nice camera, they give you all the gear you need. And you can basically you have all this creative freedom. And someone like me who's very creative, I love that so much because they would tell you for a project, it's like, okay, your project is to make some kind of video, and that's it. And I was like, yes, I can do whatever I want. So I was able to like do a music video and really explore that because I love music and all that. So you're really able to make that program custom to yourself, to really tailor it to your interests, which is really nice because I feel like some programs are like, okay, no, you have to do this, you have to do this. But no, this really allows you to do kind of what you want to do, which I love. Yeah, so like I said, after my second year, it was only a 2-year program at college, so it was pretty short. But at the end of the program, I realized that, yeah, I definitely want to do something in the live profession, like live industry, because I love the kind of the thrill and the excitement of doing something live. Because it's like, okay, you can't mess up. This is live now. You can't go back and redo it, which is stressful, but it's super fun. So anyway, so after that program was done, I was basically just applying for a bunch of different jobs, just looking online, looking at like on Indeed and Job Canada, all the different sites, just looking up like video jobs and all that. And then I remember one day I went to see this Christmas concert, this live concert at the Hamilton Family Theater in Cambridge, which is owned by Drain Entertainment. And I didn't really know much about Drain Entertainment, but I remember seeing that show and I was like, you know what? You know, it would be such a cool job, like doing lighting or doing sound for like a live theater. Because I mean, I've always had a love for performing and theater and all that. Like in my spare time, I would do like these light shows. Like back in Many Moods of Music in high school, I did lighting for 1 year and I would perform on stage and all that. And I just think it would be really cool to do something in that kind of industry. So anyways, I thought, you know what, I'll shoot my shot. I'll apply for this company. I was not expecting to get the job because I didn't really have like any actual school, like theater school or anything. Like a lot of the people that work for these theater companies, they go off to like Sheridan or something, taking like all the theater programs. But I came from a film program, so I was like, well, I don't know if they're gonna hire me or anything, but you know what? They hired me. I think they were desperate for people because it was COVID. But and yeah, I've been working there for about 2 years now, and it's great. I kind of worked my way up in the company, so I started kind of just as a backstage crew, helping with the scene changes. I was a follow spot operator, and then they promoted me to like actually like mixing the shows, like doing audio for these big giant musicals that like thousands of people come to watch. So it's a really cool job, and I love it so much. Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I mean, it's important to pick a program that you're passionate about, obviously. Like you don't want to do something just because, oh, it makes a lot of money or my friend's doing this. Like, no, what matters is doing something that you're passionate about. So you have to think of it, like it's overwhelming. Like at the end of high school, having to choose, okay, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? But just know that you don't need to like have your entire life figured out in grade 12 or grade 13 or whatever. Like you can you can it takes time to decide what you want to do, right? Like take me for example. I went to school for film production and now I'm in a completely different career path, theater. I mean it's kind of similar, but so yeah, the biggest thing is just think about what do you want to do? Like, what are your interests? What did you really enjoy in high school? What classes did you like? Did you really excel well in business? Did you really like the arts? Like, what kind of stuff do you like? And then basically, I'd say just like research colleges and that have these programs that interest you. And if you're kind of not really sure exactly what you want to do, then I like you can spend a lot of money on colleges and universities especially. So make sure that if you're going to be spending that much money on post-secondary, that it's a program that you really want to do, that you're very passionate about. Because you'd hate to spend all this money and then not even enjoy the program. Be like, well, this sucks. I don't even want to do this, right? So I think the biggest advice I can give is if you're kind of where I was when I graduated high school, not really knowing exactly what you want to do, like I'd say dabble in some stuff, like maybe do like a smaller program, like a 1 or 2 year program instead of doing some big giant, I don't know, 10-year program or I don't know. Maybe even or even like take a year off just to try out some different stuff. Maybe you have a lot of hobbies that you want to work on, and or maybe you want to start your own business, and then just after like just taking like a year or two to just figure out yourself, figure out what exactly you want to do, then maybe you'll have a better understanding of where you want to go further down the road, right? So don't feel like you need to rush into anything, but biggest advice, do it makes you happy. Do what you're interested in, basically, because it's your life, you want to be happy in it, right?